Welcome back to Cooking with Saucebox. Today is Wednesday. Not sure of the time. I know that we are going to be hungry though. I'm really excited about the demonstration I'm showing you today. I have a pot already boiling with water, as you can see. Today I'm going to be using our everything basil sauce as a pasta sauce. Now here is what I love about our everything basil sauce. You can use it in so many different ways. I seriously challenge you to find something that you can't find it on. That's why it's called everything basil sauce. Hi Linda. Hey Linda, I'm excited. I saw that you joined us as a new subscriber, and so you're going to get your free basil sauce or garlic and herb butter. So we'll be in touch on which one you're going to pick. I'm super glad that you're here today and that you're now a member. So you guys, let's get cooking. I'm going to kind of get things started for us. I'm going to tell you what we're doing, talk more about our sauce while we're going, but I want to get things going. So I have a pot going of boiling water for our pasta. I'm heating up my pan right now. Today I have decided to use chicken in our dish, but you could certainly use shrimp or tofu or just go straight veggie, of course. So I want to show you some of the ingredients that we have. So the ingredients that I'm using today, I have 2 chicken breasts that are cut up into chunks. I like to cook that way. It makes the chicken cook really quickly and really easy, so I like that. We have 2 chicken breasts cut up. I have about 8 ounces, so a cup of frozen peas. And before I lose you at peas, just know you can use any vegetable. You can use spinach, or you can use broccoli, or just ditch the veggies altogether. I also have a little over a cup of fresh Parmesan cheese that's been grated. Hi Noe! So we have our fresh Parmesan cheese. We have our everything basil sauce. I have a little bit of cut up fresh herbs just to top everything with and make it gorgeous. And then of course I have our fettuccine pasta. So 12 ounces fettuccine pasta. Put that in, let it get going while we cook, you guys, okay? I'm also going to show you a trick with pasta noodles that I wish I would have known way earlier in the game. So I'm going to add a little bit of oil, of olive oil, to the pan, to the boiling noodles, so that we can, it prevents the noodles from sticking together. You just need a little bit, okay? I have some oil going in here that's going to heat up. I'm just going to put a little bit on. I'm also going to use our garlic and herb butter today to show you what that's like. And so just a little bit of oil in the pan will just keep it from all the chicken kind of burning or sticking to the pan. So we got our noodles in, and it is a roaring boil. So I'm going to set my timer. Depending on which kind of noodle you're using, I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes because I'm using fettuccine noodles. 10 minutes, there we go. Okay, let's start with our chicken. How's everybody doing today? You guys being productive? I sure hope so. Can you hear the sizzle on the chicken? That's always nice. You always want to put meat to a hot pan. You don't want it to sit there and warm up because it's doing uneven cooking that way. So again, kind of like something we did similar yesterday, I'm going to add a ton of our ingredients right here to this pan. I don't like using all these different things, you know? Okay, we have our chicken in. So here is the game plan. Today I am making for you a chicken fettuccine pasta dish with everything basil sauce, and we're going to add in peas and fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So yum. So our everything basil sauce is like seriously one of our customer favorites. It has fresh basil, fresh garlic, fresh squeezed lemon juice, fresh green onion, and it has some Worcestershire sauce just to give it a little bit of a bite, and then of course some salt and pepper. So, speaking of salt and pepper, you may have noticed, or maybe I need to tell you, I have not salted this chicken at all. I'm cooking on a medium high, and I have not salted this chicken, and here's why. Once it has like a nice crust to it and it's starting to turn white, I'm going to give it another mix. And then I'm actually going to add another one of our products, which is our loaded garlic and herb butter. And the pro tip with that is to cook it, you know, you want to add it in because you want this loaded garlic and herb butter. Let me show it to you guys. Hopefully my light's not. So this loaded garlic and herb butter has fresh garlic, fresh shallots, and a whole bunch of fresh herbs. It has chives, it has parsley, and it has a few other things like that. So it's super, super yum, and I like it because you can just, it's such a quick fix. I don't have to peel the garlic, peel the shallots, cut the shallots, anything like that. So I'm gonna add it to our pan. It's gonna give that flavor to the chicken. I have 2 tablespoons in here. I'm gonna kind of gauge to see if I need to use it all. I'm going to turn my pan down just a little bit because all the garlic and herb is, you don't want it to burn the garlic. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. Can you see this? This smells so good. When you can start to smell all of the garlic and the herb and the shallots going, it is absolutely amazing. Okay, so all of this, when you see the chicken that's left over, you're gonna see that all of the garlic and the herb is just sitting there cooking. You can smell the shallots. Oh boy, so, so good. So I'm working with frozen peas today, and like I was saying earlier, you can add broccoli to this, you can add spinach to this, you can add all of it, but I really like adding a frozen pea and like barely putting it in there because it gives it a nice little crunch and kind of a surprise pop to your mouth. Okay, so can you see this? All the chicken is getting coated in that butter, which has all the fresh herbs and the garlic and the shallots, everything that you would need to make the flavor come alive. So here's another thing that I love about our butters. We use unsalted butter for everything. That way I can control how much salt I'm gonna put in. And so it's really not salty. So I encourage you to salt to taste. Of course, I have manipulated it to where I think it tastes great at my salt level, but feel free to add more if you need to, but I think it's so good. A little bit of salt in here. Okay, so we got that going. I am going to add in our frozen peas to this because I want the peas to also get coated in that garlic and herb and get some of that chicken flair. I really like using peas in this or some sort of greenery like the spinach or the broccoli like I was talking about because it's going to bring some color to the dish. Without these peas, I mean, of course you have like our herbs and all of the herbs from the basil sauce, but without it, I mean, it just kind of seems like a little bit flat with color, right? So I cut up a tiny little bit of herbs just to like sprinkle on the top for prettiness.
That's cute, Mom.
Thanks. Okay, so next up what we're gonna do, I have about 6 more minutes on my noodles. I'm looking at them, they're looking pretty tender. We are gonna do the taste test and find out if the noodles are doing good. But then once that's done, we're gonna incorporate our cheese, we're gonna incorporate our everything basil sauce, and mix it all together. This is another really quick dish to put together, you guys. Okay, so here's what the everything basil sauce looks like. It's like my kids' favorite. It's a family favorite. This is like if you want to get the kids to eat something, put everything basil sauce on it. You can put it on chicken, you can put it on shrimp, steak, pasta. You can put it on, we use it as a burger spread quite often or like a sandwich spread. My kids liked it on all of their meats and stuff.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know you do. My kids, like, I'll go through the grocery store and my kids will be like, Mom, we need to get more basil sauce. I'm like, not at the store, babe. Okay, so this chicken is looking super, super good. So I'm going to turn this down to low just to keep it warm and ready. And then my pasta's looking good. Let me give this, let's see here. You're supposed to cook it to al dente because if it keeps cooking in the water, if you don't get it out of the water, then it's just going to keep cooking. But there's really only one way to test and see if the noodle's done. Those are perfect. I'm going to go dump these because I really like these and they're going to keep cooking. So I'm going to go dump these. I'll be right back. have our pot of hot noodles. And I gotta say, it's absolutely brilliant that they have not stuck together. They are so beautiful, and I'm telling you that oil trick really does it. Okay, I'm gonna switch gears here a little bit. I'm gonna grab my beautiful bowl. I'm gonna dump in my noodles. Okay, and here's what I have to say about this. The noodles, when the noodles are hot, that's when they are at their most vulnerable state. So basically what that means, when the noodles are hot, they are going to soak up anything that you put in them. Any ingredients you want to add right now, the noodles are just gonna, they're super, super thirsty right now. So I am adding in, I have 1.5 cups of basil sauce here. I'm gonna add in most of it. I'm gonna let it soak in the noodles. And the reason why I'm not adding all of it in is because my personal preference, I like this dish to be really creamy. And so right now you'll be able to see, you'll be able to see that it's like creamy, right? There's like, looks like there's a lot of sauce in there. But like I said, those thirsty noodles, that starch is just gonna soak up everything, which is a good news for your dish, because then your dish is gonna taste, it's gonna capture all that garlic flavor, all that basil flavor, the green onion. Now, if you're one of those people like, well, I don't like basil. I have yet to hear of one person that has tried this basil sauce and not love it. I've had people go, I don't like basil, I don't want to try it. And I'm like, do me a favor, if you love me, just try it. And they try it because they love me, and then they want more and more and more. This is a family favorite. Okay, so let me show this to you before I do the rest. I want you guys to see what's happening. That's why I'm using a clear bowl. Do you appreciate that? You're welcome. So, okay, so it looks really creamy right now. It's looking fantastic. I really love it. I could eat it just like that, but we have so many more yummy ingredients we're gonna put in here. Hi, Mike. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in most of my cheese, and the reason why I'm not adding in all of my cheese is because at the end, we're gonna do a nice presentation with a nice little sprinkle, and it's gonna be fabulous. Okay. So we got our pasta, we got our cheese. I'm gonna give it a really quick toss. The cheese will also take some of that basil sauce as well. Okay, so I just gave it a little stir, and then here's the thing, is you're gonna wanna put on cheddar chicken. Ooh. This is amazing to me that you can get the flavor of chicken to taste good without even salting it. That's why I love using this garlic and herb butter. But, thank you, timer. But if you don't have any of our loaded in garlic and herb butter, I would definitely recommend salting and peppering your chicken. Okay. This is why the chef is never hungry at the end, because they eat all throughout. Okay. I'm pouring in all the goodness, you guys. Give it all, give it all. So we had 2 whole chicken breasts that we cut up. We had 1 cup of frozen peas that we added to the chicken right at the end so that they would unthaw, but they would also have like a nice crunch still. And then I don't want to mix this up too much because you want all the presentation to be there, right? So now this is going to be the hardest decision of your life. Add more basil sauce or leave it as is. Let me show you. So we have like almost a pound. We have, 12 ounces of pasta here that I added in 1 cup of everything basil sauce. I sauteed our peas and our chicken in our loaded garlic and herb butter. Hi, Ashley. And so our chicken is really flavorful. Our noodles soaked in all of that garlic and basil flavor, and it is really creamy. But I'm sauce box, and so I like to add a little bit more. And honestly, I don't even know if I'm gonna add in the whole thing. It's the best news I've heard all day. Okay, make sure to start from the bottom and work your way up, because those peas and that chicken, they'll fall to the bottom. Okay, so you're gonna sprinkle some more cheese because you're practically Italian. And then like I said, I have some fresh herbs to cut up. You can use basil, parsley, chives, cilantro, whatever you have. It's really just to make it look pretty. This is what all the food pros do. Okay. Okay, well, tell you what. So I set my timer for, I think it was 8 minutes. It might have been 10 minutes for my noodles. I took them off early. A timer just went off, which means, and I'm all the way done. So I just made dinner, huge, for the entire family in 10 minutes because I took the time to make all the sauces and the garlic and herbs. You didn't have to do any of the chopping, any of the peeling. You're gonna be full of flavor. Hello, Shelly. This is one of our most popular products. We're using the everything basil sauce, and I just made a chicken fettuccine pasta dish with Parmesan cheese and peas. I was telling everybody you can certainly substitute your peas for spinach or broccoli, maybe even like a cut up Brussels sprout. That might be pretty good. So what do you guys think about this recipe? I can't wait to try it. My family, we love this meal. This is a really quick and easy meal for us, and so we're all about it. So let me grab a bowl, and I'll tell you what I am tasting. Okay, get some chicken in there, get some peas in there. I kind of want to show you guys a trick with pasta too. Did you know the way you're supposed to eat pasta with your fork and your spoon? And you put your spoon in and you put your noodle on and you use your spoon to turn it. Hi, Mikeland. Mikeland said, this is my favorite sauce so far. We hear that all the time, Mikeland. Mikeland, I'm excited because now you'll be able to get on our website and order more of that anytime that you want. Our new website's launching in 2.5 weeks. And if you tell your friends, we are doing a giveaway right now. Anybody who signs up for Saucebox is a monthly subscriber. From now until our new website is launched, we're giving away either a free basil sauce or a loaded garlic and herb butter of your choice. Hi, Anthony. Anthony said, now I'm hungry. I need to start ordering from you. Do you have a paleo sauce? That is such a good question. I'm so glad you asked. We are working on a whole 30 line, what we're calling a whole 30 line. It's vegan, it's paleo, it's going to be the whole nine. It's a lot of work to put together, and I'm excited to release it to you guys, but we're just trying to perfect what we have now. So, now that I showed you my trick, this is what I'm going to do. So professional-like. Twist this baby in. I love that these noodles are not sticking together. Do you know how excited that makes me? Like, I don't know why I got into my 30s until I knew that trick. Okay. Look at that. Everything basil sauce, peas, cheese, fresh herbs, chicken. You guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Admittingly, this might be one of my favorite sauces too. Did you know this is like the sauce that made me start Saucebox? Hi, Gretchen. We just made a chicken fettuccine pasta dish with frozen peas and Parmesan cheese with the everything basil sauce. And then I used our loaded garlic and herb butter to saute our chicken in. You definitely have to check it out. It's so creamy. The sauce is creamy already, but then when you mix it in with the cheese, and those peas, that frozen pea, when you just toss it in at the end, it will give it a nice bite when you're eating something. The cheese, though, makes it like melty and come together. You can even use different noodles, too. Don't feel like you have to stick to fettuccine. You can use like those small little noodles. That's what they're called, small little noodles. And try in different, use shrimp, use tofu, use chicken. You can make it super gourmet if you wanted to add like in a steak. Ashley said, yummy, I need that sauce. My diet restrictions are rough, but I can eat everything in that dish. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I love to hear it. We're going to have a whole bunch more cooking demonstrations to come. I love using the everything basil sauce as a spread on a sandwich or a burger. I'm talking chicken burgers, turkey burgers, or just hamburgers. We eat venison in my house too. My husband is a cook. I'm the cook. My husband is a hunter. So, okay, you guys, we have a 10-minute meal that we just made, and it would be a crowd pleaser with your family. You will love it. Your kids will love it. Angel hair pasta. I like that idea too. I actually have an angel hair pasta with shrimp dish that I'm going to be demonstrating in the next couple weeks. So I'm excited for that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. And by the way, www.sauce-box.com. That's with 2 X's. Anybody who signs up now until the new launching of our website in 2.5 weeks gets a free basil sauce or a loaded garlic and herb butter. I hope you guys enjoy, and we will see you tomorrow.